The Pontianak's Revenge, a Malaysian and Indonesian horror. Late one humid night, deep in the rural stretches of Malaysia, David navigated a narrow, winding road that sliced through the dense jungle. The air was thick and stifling, saturated with the heavy scent of damp earth and rotting foliage. The moonlight struggled to pierce through the oppressive canopy above, casting fleeting shadows that danced unsettlingly across the road. The road seemed to stretch endlessly into the darkness, bordered by towering trees that loomed like ancient, silent guardians. The only sounds were the distant calls of nocturnal creatures and the rhythmic hum of the car engine. Suddenly, a chilling, high-pitched cry shattered the silence. It began as a distant, mournful wail, but quickly intensified into a piercing, agonizing scream. David's heart raced as he glanced nervously in the rearview mirror, but the darkness revealed nothing. His breathing grew shallow, his mind racing with the unsettling sound. David recalled the tales he'd heard since childhood about the Pontianak, a vengeful spirit of a woman who had died tragically during childbirth. According to the legend, the closer you heard the Pontianak's wail, the closer she was to you. Her spirit was said to haunt the night, exacting revenge on those who crossed her path, and causing terror wherever she roamed. The wail grew more intense, its mournful timbre filling the car with a sense of impending doom. David gripped the steering wheel tightly, trying to steady his nerves. He attempted to rationalize the sound, attributing it to wildlife or the wind, but the cries were unmistakably human. They grew louder and more desperate, reverberating through the dense jungle and creating a feeling of claustrophobic dread. Suddenly, the wail cut off abruptly, leaving an eerie, suffocating silence in its wake. David rolled up the windows, trying to escape the oppressive quiet. His eyes darted around, searching for the source of the sound, but the darkness revealed nothing. His heart pounded in his chest as he recalled the warnings. If you heard the Pontianak's cry, it was a sign of imminent danger. She was known to appear to those who were near death or had wronged others in some way. David's anxiety spiked as he continued down the road. The silence felt more menacing than the cry itself. Then, through the thick fog, he saw her. A figure stood in the middle of the road, her ghostly form partially illuminated by the dim moonlight. The woman was clad in a tattered white dress that fluttered eerily in the breeze. Her long hair hung loose, concealing her face, but the aura of malevolence was palpable. David slowed the car, trying to make out more details. The woman's face was ghostly pale, her features gaunt and hollow. Her mouth was twisted in a silent scream, her eyes glowing with an eerie, malevolent light. The wail had transformed into a guttural growl that reverberated through the air, intensifying the sense of terror that gripped David. His chest tightened with fear as he tried to turn the car away, but it felt as if the vehicle was moving of its own accord, drawn toward the spectral figure. The growl grew louder and more insistent, as if urging him to approach. David's breaths came in short, panic bursts, his mind racing with the terrifying legends of the Pontianak and the dangers she was said to bring.